What's going on?
Hello, everyone. How are we doing this week?
Fine. I'm doing fine. I'm
Awesome.
doing really well.
You're doing well?
Yeah. How about
Well,
yourself? How about
I'm
you?
also doing pretty well.
Yeah. What's happening?
Nothing much. I'm alive, I'm breathing.
Hmm.
The sun is shining bright.
As my grandma would say, merci bon Dieu. Merci. Béni soit l'Éternel.
You can't see it, but I saw
Hmm.
through to the other room his
Hmm.
hands just go
Oh
up
yes,
like
my
that
hand. You can
through
see
the
my hand
window.
from the other room. You guys, the way we're set up here is there. This I'm in the production room,
Yeah.
so I'm the one
There's a
who's
tiny little window, and I'm just seeing arms
right.
flying around
So I'm
frantically.
just here doing the camera changes and stuff like that. But anyway, this is not my show.
Yeah,
This is your
this
show.
is my
So what's going
show.
on today? What's going on? What do you have for
Absolutely
us
nothing.
today?
Well, I have a few stories
Hmm.
that I think are very interesting for all who don't know. My name is Christopher Toussaint.
No, 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 no. No.
Oh,
Your name is Christopher Toussaint. Christopher
oh,
Toussaint. There you go.
yes, there it is. That's my name for all who don't know. I have a degree in psychology from the University of Oswego. I am not a licensed therapist yet.
Okay.
Yet.
Okay. Not licensed yet, but on
I'm
your
not licensed
way
yet.
to be a
Yes.
licensed therapist.
And on my way, we
Hmm.
figured why not make a little podcast of people sending in their deepest, darkest troubles.
I think is a great idea.
Yes,
And
to talk about
all
them
right.
because they're funny and
they're,
cool.
they're hilarious.
But also,
But they're important. They're
yes,
important to the people who are sending in
of
the letters.
of course.
And just before we even get into this, for people who have, and trust me, when I need a licensed therapist, when you finally get your license,
Hmm.
I'm coming to you.
No, you're not.
I'm coming to you. Yes, I am. I'm coming to you because you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. I like the advice that you've been giving people. But for people who do
But
want to write in and hear their stories and hear what Christopher's advice is to their stories, what do they do?
you can send me an email at talktomevibe@gmail.com and I will try to get to everyone's stories as quickly
There
as
you
I
go.
can.
Talk to me vibe at gmail.com. And no guarantee that your story will be profiled because we do get a lot of stuff. But if you don't send it in, then it definitely won't be
Exactly.
profiled.
Just send in something.
Right. Send in something. Let's go.
Well,
What's going on?
the first story, interestingly enough, woo, we're switching it up.
Okay.
Guess what?
What are we doing?
This is actually my story.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
it's not my story, but it's something that I heard and saw and experienced that I want to discuss,
Hmm.
which is I saw a YouTube reel the other day. First of all, what do we think of YouTube reels? Personally, I like YouTube reels. I know a lot of people are like, oh, YouTube reels and Instagram reels is just copying TikTok and it's just
They're all,
discount TikTok.
they're all they're following the same format. To me, I
Yeah.
like them. The only problem is that sometimes I kind of go down the rabbit hole and I'm swiping and
It's
swiping
okay
and swiping and
forever.
swiping.
And
And
it's been 4 hours.
exactly. So I realized, oh wow, and I've wasted so much time on a YouTube, and they're very, they use an algorithm that is
Oh, yeah.
really, what's the word? Not, I'm looking at the word seductive. That's really when you're addictive.
Yes,
Okay,
addictive.
addictive. Yes,
Not
exactly.
seductive.
Not
That's
seductive,
something else.
but addictive, and it's like
Yeah.
digital crack sometimes.
I mean,
Anyway,
you're right. Like they trap
digital
you.
crack. They know exactly what they're doing, and they do it on purpose. And a lot of
It's
people,
two different types of
a lot of people
swiping.
who don't have the willpower will. I mean, I've seen people on the bus or and the subway, and they
Yep.
don't even spend 5 seconds on each reel, and they're just
Oh my gosh,
boom, boom, boom,
my
boom. It's
older
ridiculous.
sister,
Mhm.
my older sister loves this show, Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
She loves Grey's Anatomy,
Mhm.
watches it all the time, whatever. And I never got into the show by like watching it,
Mhm.
but when she started watching Grey's Anatomy, I started getting all of my YouTube reels was just clips from
There
Grey's Anatomy
there you go.
to the point where I came out one day and she's watching an episode and I'm like, oh, I've seen this.
Right.
I'm like, oh, I've seen this scene.
Mhm.
She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is like 7 seasons in. Like they're hour-long episodes. You can't
Yeah.
possibly know what's going on. Oh yeah, I've seen all of these clips through just YouTube reels
Sure.
over everywhere.
Probably saw the episodes
Yeah.
through all the clips. Anyway,
But anyways,
what's happening?
yeah.
Talk to
So
us.
I saw
Talk
this
to us.
woman on either YouTube Reels or Instagram Reels. I can't remember which one. Probably Instagram now that I'm thinking about it. But her whole page is like I don't even remember the creator, but she made a video that went viral on TikTok, I believe, of her taking a glass of water and just dumping it all over the floor in her kitchen.
What?
And she just took the glass of water and just poured it everywhere, put it down. And she said, listen, you hear how it's silent? No one's yelling at me. No one's screaming. Nobody's getting upset because it's just water.
Hmm.
She's like, oh, yeah, I made a mistake. I spilled the water, but at the end of the day, I can just clean it up. It's not a big deal. There's no
Okay.
need for yelling. There's no need for shouting. There's no need
Right.
for screaming.
Meaning,
Meaning, you don't have to beat yourself up every time that you make a mistake because it's just a mistake.
very good.
Mhm. And mistakes happen.
Very good
And
advice. And mistakes happen, and mistakes will always happen.
of course,
So,
you
yeah.
don't have to overreact. You don't have to shout. You don't have to scream. And I think it's also important to remember, especially when it comes to parenting and specifically parenting of young kids, because when let's say, for example, a kid breaks a plate, and as a parent, your first response is to yell at the kid or smack your kid. Like, why'd you break that plate? It's an accident. Like, it's a child. Like, of course they're gonna break the
I
plate.
don't understand that kind of parenting, but
Exactly.
I've seen
Yeah.
it. I've seen it before. I don't get it. I wasn't raised like that.
Yeah.
My parents didn't just go off on us for the slightest thing, but I've seen it. You see it on the street all the
Yup.
time.
And like, you're not teaching your kid not to break a plate. I'm 23 years old. I still break shit all the time.
Yeah,
It's human nature. We break shit. It's what we do. Look at the planet. Anyways.
exactly. You
Anyways,
got that right.
point is what you're doing is you're teaching your child to be afraid of you.
Yeah.
You're teaching them
Yeah.
that you are an aggressor and that they need to be careful. And you know what you're teaching them? You're teaching them that when they do break things, that they need to hide it from you
Right.
because you're going to be upset at them and you're going to overreact and you're going to react badly. So it's just responding with anger when your child makes a genuine mistake is just never the response you want to do.
Right.
And she's made a couple of videos on this. I would tag this creator and tell you about them, but I genuinely can't remember their
If
name.
you get it, you know what we'll do? We'll just put it
Yeah.
in the description of
And
the show
but
if you get it.
mhm. But the she's made a couple videos, one responding where somebody was like, "Oh yeah, clearly you just poured it into a bowl under your table," or "Oh, why would you do that? Now you have to spend all that time cleaning it up." And she filmed it from a different angle, pouring water onto the floor, drying it with the towel in less than a minute, and that being it because it's just water on the floor. And they were like, "Oh, I was more worried about the glass falling than the water." And so she filmed another video drinking the water from the cup and then smashing the glass on the ground and being like, yeah, that was scary. My heart's still racing. Like, I'm scared, but it's just a mug. It's just glass. I can always buy another one.
I
It's
think
okay.
I think sometimes, we take problems so seriously. Sometimes it's just not that
It's
serious.
really just not.
Not that
It's
serious.
really not. Like, I think that's the thing that people need to like realize because, like, as people, our like immediate gut reactions when things go wrong very suddenly
Hmm.
is to blow up, get mad, yell, be scared.
Right.
But it's like, just take a second, back up, breathe.
It
Let's
ain't
just calm
that
down. Yeah. It's
serious.
really not that serious.
Yeah.
It's never, never, never that serious.
Right. I get it. I get it. All right. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
hmm
What's going on? ¿Qué
All
pasa?
right. Yeah, that was all I wanted to talk about regarding that story. I thought it
Yeah.
was interesting.
Yeah. I
And yeah.
like the sort of analogy, and I think that might help a lot of people with the way they react to certain things.
All right. Let's get started
Let's get
on our
started.
second story
Let's
then.
go.
All right. This one is interesting. I went on a double date with my sister and her new boyfriend, and she got mad because I corrected him in public. All right. So I went on a
Wait,
double.
so hold on a second.
Yeah.
So went on a double date with my sister and her new boy. Is this a woman writing or a?
Um, I don't. No.
Oh, okay. Maybe it doesn't matter.
Oh, I think it's a
It's a
woman.
woman. So it's two
Yes. Two
sisters. They
sisters
go on
and
a double date,
their
and
respective husband and sister's new boyfriend.
the sister's new boyfriend, and
Yeah.
the sister who is writing was correcting
The new
the new
boyfriend.
boyfriend.
Yes.
Depending on how she
Hmm.
did it, it could be a problem. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I want to hear
Hmm.
the rest of this.
All right. We went to an Italian place. He goes off about how the word for red in Italian is marinara, and the word for white is Alfredo, and that's how he remembers the sauce names. That
Okay.
is not like
Marinara.
that is not true.
Marinara. Alfredo.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
Alfredo is, that doesn't mean white.
No, not at all. No, no, it doesn't. Marinara does not mean red. Oh, I'm gonna interrupt myself for a second
Mm.
and tell you this joke that I heard from a friend once. So, Pascal,
Yes, sir.
what is a DJ's favorite sauce?
What is a DJ's favorite sauce?
Yes.
I don't know, Monsieur Toussaint.
Yeah.
What is a DJ's favorite sauce?
Marinara.
I'm trying not to laugh. Okay, that was funny.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It's okay.
Okay, all right.
You don't have to lie. It's okay.
All
Back
right.
to the story.
Back to the
Yeah.
story. Yes, please, please.
So he says the word for red is marinara. The word for white is Alfredo. That's how he remembers them. Um, the sister took Italian in high school. She says the words for red and white is rosso and bianco.
There you go.
And it even says so on the wine menu. Paul starts yelling at me. That's the name, I think, Paul. Starts yelling at me and saying that I'm wrong, that those are the names for wines and not for colors. My husband shows him on Google Translate that he's wrong. Paul told my sister he was leaving, called us stupid assholes and how wrong we were. Paul and my sister left. They didn't pay their bill, but they also didn't even bother getting food. When we asked the server, he said the drinks were on the house and not to worry about it. My sister texted me later, asks why do I always have to be right, and saying that I embarrassed Paul and that it was immature of her and her husband. She said we didn't have to argue over something so silly. She said that the husband and her were bullies and that she doesn't have to say when people are wrong and embarrass them in public.
Ooh, I got a lot to say about this one.
Go right ahead, sir. I would like
I
to
got
hear
a
your
lot to
thoughts.
say about this one. So,
So,
um, point blank, they didn't like the boyfriend.
yeah.
That is,
Oh,
or that,
really?
that it goes without saying. They didn't like the boyfriend. I'm the kind of person also who, and it may be a little petty of me, especially if I don't like you, I'm not going to act dumb just to make you comfortable. If
That,
you make a mistake, if you make not, I want to say an egregious mistake, and not knowing the word for red and white in Italian, it's not an egregious mistake, but it's a
yeah.
freaking, you're wrong.
Yeah, like
I'm not,
you're just objectively
you're
wrong. Yeah, like
wrong.
you're wrong.
You're wrong. And I'm not going to sit there and just pretend that
Yeah.
you're right because you're
Especially
not. I'm
over
not gonna
something
do it.
so
It's silly.
stupid.
It's
Yeah, like
silly.
you're wrong. Just
You're
take it.
you're wrong. You're wrong. And if you can't be the bigger person and say, "Oh, you know what? Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm not right about this. I'm wrong about this
Yeah.
particular fact." If you're gonna fight me about it, I'm not gonna
Like,
sit there and be like, "Okay, yeah, you're no, I'm not
no,
gonna do
you're
that.
wrong.
I'm
Over
not
like
gonna
a
do
fact.
that."
And you know what? I feel
For a
like that's
fact.
something that a lot of people like mistake nowadays,
Mhm.
especially not to get into political stuff, but I feel like a lot of people who follow a certain orange man like to confuse facts with opinions,
Exactly.
where we can agree to disagree over
Mhm,
something
mhm.
that is like objectively
Right.
like an opinion. Like
There's a lot of that these days.
exactly.
There's a lot of that these
We
days.
can agree to disagree when I say, "Oh, I think red
Yeah.
is the best color in the world," and you say, "I think green is the
Yeah.
best color in the world."
But
Okay, cool.
right.
But if I say, "Oh, I think red is the best color in the world," and you say red doesn't exist, that's not a color. Okay, we can't agree to disagree because
There
you're just factually you're just wrong.
there's some
Like
there's some discussions that I don't even want to entertain anymore, especially
Exactly.
on the
Like
internet, where
you're just
everybody has their opinions, they're mixing opinions with facts, and
exactly.
I'm right, and you're no, there's something I'm not even, I'm not even going to get into it. I'm
Exactly.
not even going to get into it. Something that's demonstrably wrong.
Mhm. And
I'm not going to get into it.
let me ask you a
Yes,
question.
sir.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aries.
You're an Aries.
I'm an
That makes
Aries.
sense. Okay. Because I was gonna
What
say,
about what is it about Aries?
for those who don't know, I love astrology. I
Mhm.
don't know too much about astrology.
Mhm.
I know a little bit. I have a friend or two that like taught me everything I know.
Really? Okay.
Yup. But yeah, for Aries, what I know is that they tend to be aggressive,
Hmm.
but not, it's hard to explain. Again, I'm not the astrology know all,
Okay.
but you being like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to like
Please
cover
you.
your
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to please you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. I'm not gonna protect your feelings. You're wrong, so you're wrong. That's a very Aries mindset, I would
That's
say.
me. Then that's me.
Yeah.
Then, I
Hmm.
guess the astrology is correct. That's
Hmm.
me. I'm not gonna, right now, and what I see a lot right now, and you can see it in people's discourses on the internet or on television, it's like the dumbing down of America. The
Yes.
dumbing
Yes.
down of
True.
America.
Hmm.
People are not researching. People
Yep.
are, you have conspiracy theories
Yes. It's
and
almost like this like
what
crusade
the
against like
hell?
education
Exactly.
and knowledge. It's
It's like
crazy.
it's cool to be dumb.
Exactly. Like what the hell?
It's
No, you
cool
look
to be
stupid.
dumb.
Uh, Point being, please, like, okay, and again, I'm a Sagittarius, and my fatal flaw is that I am brutally honest,
Mhm.
hence this show. I am very, very honest to a fault. If I think something, I'm going to tell you
Right.
exactly what I think.
Sure, sure.
And honestly, if you're wrong in public and you're saying things that are wrong, I'm not even going to think about being like, what are you
Especially,
talking about? That's
especially
not true.
if not only you're wrong, but then you double
Down
down.
on, yeah, like, what are you talking
You
about?
double
Like,
down on being wrong.
the thing that's insane about this is that he doubled down on being wrong when it literally says on the menu red and white, like with the translation sitting right in front of you, and you're gonna be like, that's not true.
And you see
It's
stuff like
literally
that.
sitting right
You
there.
see stuff like that
Like
every
it's
day,
it's
every day. Getting
craziness.
back to, I'm not trying to take away from the show,
Oh
but
yeah.
getting back to some current events
Oh yeah,
with all the
please.
deportations going
Oh
on and
yeah.
stuff like that. There is a woman who it's actually a friend of a friend, and they were going back and forth about the deportations. The woman is like, well, no, they're only deporting the dangerous and the criminals and stuff
That's
like
just a
that.
lie.
And we're talking to her, we're like, no, they're deporting
Mhm.
some people who haven't done anything dangerous, and basically, and she's like, no, those are fake. Those are fake. With the thousands of instances when that has happened. And for her, I mean, she's playing mind games with herself,
Oh my
obviously,
God.
but she's like, no, those are all fake. Those are all fake. All of these people that they're deporting, they're all dangerous. They're rapists. They're this, they're that. And I'm like,
Are you insane?
no, if it makes you sleep better at night, then fine, but you're wrong.
It's
And
also
and
like
I'm not gonna
you're
sit there and
like
pretend you're not wrong.
it's insane because the only thing you need to really know to know that like none of this is fake is you need to look at what they're doing in Congress right now.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
they're passing legislation not only to freaking cut like to end the protected status of a bunch of different groups of people
People.
who've
Hmm.
immigrated here already,
Hmm.
but they're also trying to end birthright
Oh,
citizenship.
that's another thing too,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
and
It's very systematic.
yes,
Very,
completely.
very, very systematic. So,
Birthright citizenship and they're trying to denaturalize people.
yep.
How do you think it's a coincidence that at the same time that they've started deporting thousands of people, right when people are starting to say, but are they like deporting actual like immigrants or
Right.
people who are like here on like green card or like
Yeah.
visa or
Yeah.
other things? And now they've started denaturalizing all of those
Yeah.
people. So, oh, suddenly none of them like the only difference between somebody who is here illegally and somebody who is here illegally is paperwork versus not having paperwork.
And that's
So
that.
the only thing they need to
That's
do to
it.
turn a legal immigrant into an illegal immigrant is denaturalize them,
Exactly.
snatch away all of the
That's it.
paperwork, and suddenly they have every reason to put them on a freaking plane and deport them to another country
Just
or put them in alligator fucking Alcatraz.
just like these people who came in on TPS.
Exactly,
You're
exactly.
legal today and
Mhm.
you're illegal tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
That's it.
it's just like that because
Over somebody's whim.
and the thing that people need to understand is the reason that it's set up like that is because immigration is not it's not a crime punishable by
By
prison
right,
or any
exactly.
other
It's a
extreme
misdemeanor, basically.
exactly.
It's a misdemeanor.
You get fined and you go
Right.
through the paperwork to get your
So
citizenship status. That's it.
let's vilify immigrants. Let's get everybody against
Exactly.
immigrants to make our jobs
Exactly.
easier. Let's
Despite the fact that this country was literally created by
by immigrants.
immigrants.
Let's not get into the
Mm.
politics, even though we already did. But for this particular problem that you just read, yeah, they just didn't like.
Yeah, but even then,
They don't like your boyfriend.
but here's the thing.
They don't
Even
like your boyfriend.
first of all, they didn't like the boyfriend.
No, not at
But
all.
then even if they did like him, I still think that they were right to call
Yeah,
him out
yeah,
on something.
absolutely,
It's just he was
absolutely.
just
But
objectively wrong.
yeah, but they didn't like him.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's about time for a break. We're actually overdue for a little break. So let's go into a break and we'll be right back. And I just want to remind you guys that you can go to
Where
e-
can they go?
they can go to echoesoffreedom.org. And if they don't know what that is, just wait a couple of seconds and I will show you. And we will be right back.
Hi, my name is Dolores Murat Etienne. I am the creator of Echoes of Freedom, Haiti's global legacy. This is not just a show or a podcast. This is a journey, a global journey, and to uncover the most unforgettable truth regarding Haiti's role and other people's independence, other countries' independence. Let's go.
In 1804, Haiti became the first black republic and the only nation born from a successful slave revolt. But Haiti's fight for freedom didn't end there. From sending ships and troops to aid Simon Bolivar's campaign in Latin America to casting the decisive UN vote that created Israel in 1947, Haiti has been a quiet force behind global independence. Even Polish soldiers who joined Haiti's revolution were honored as brothers in the fight for freedom. Echoes of Freedom is a powerful documentary, podcast, and video series uncovering Haiti's untold role in shaping the world's fight for sovereignty. The truth is global, and it started in Haiti.
And we're back.
Hello. I was looking down at my phone because I only got 14% battery
Oh,
left.
whoa.
Yeah. I always forget. That's one thing about me. One thing about me, I'm always gonna have a dead phone.
Really?
My phone is.
You don't, yeah,
I
sometimes.
always forget to charge my phone.
Sometimes.
It's always dead.
You know, I lived in Haiti for a couple of years, and sometimes, you can't find electricity down there that easily. So my phone was always
Is it?
dead down there.
Yep.
And then when I came back to the States, I'm like, there's no excuse.
Yep.
I had an excuse down in Haiti. Like here,
I was gonna say
I'm like,
I've never had an excuse.
I'm like, Pascal, you don't have an excuse for your phone to go dead, but it happens to me sometimes.
I wake up in the morning thinking I plugged my phone in the night before,
Right, Right,
It's like a
exactly.
dead sitting next to me, like, oh, guess not.
Charge your phone. Anyway, what's the next? I can't wait
You
for
can't
the
wait.
next story.
And so we begin.
Yes, let's go.
So, my cousin, who's obsessed with being anti woke and loves chili, I told him that beans are woke.
I'm sorry. Okay, let me let you continue. All right.
I like this story.
Okay, let's go. Let's hear the rest of the story.
My cousin is known for making chili and he's good at it. He makes his own chili flakes from his secret combination of dried various chilies. It has a very nice kick. It's a perfect amount of spice. It's hot, but not too hot. He also always adds kidney beans and not canned beans either, the good stuff.
Sounds good.
Anyways, for the past 2 or 3 years, he's been obsessed with all of this bullshit about the woke mindset and about what's woke and what's not woke, and that woke things are going to be the end of the world. He's always been a good dude, so I don't know what his bag is. What his bag is, I like that. But he's completely obsessed and it's really annoying. The other week, I was at his place. He was making his famous chili. I got the idea for a little prank. I was like, I'm surprised you still put beans in your chili. And he was like, what? Why? I was like, well, beans and chili are so woke. Everyone's saying so. He was like, what do you mean? And he was like genuinely concerned, as if this was something serious. So I said something like, yeah, beans and chili are so woke. Like the original conservative Texans who made chili only used meat in chili. San Francisco liberals started adding beans to chili in the 60s because so many hippies were vegetarian. Now all the woke scientists are saying beans are a better protein source than meat. He didn't respond. I kind of just assumed he knew I was fucking with him and get the joke. We've always fucked around with each other before, but he was quiet all dinner. Just yesterday, I was back again at his place and he was making chili. There were no beans. No. It was a completely different chili. This guy has been making his chili with beans for like 15 years. I was like, what's up? Where's the beans? He was like, I don't fuck with that woke shit.
That's funny.
I was like, what?
That's
He
funny.
was like, beans and chili are woke. Even you told me that. Everyone else was like, what? Because
nobody gets it.
Like,
Nobody gets it. That's why.
y'all don't understand me. I won't be infected by the woke mind virus. Oh my God.
Is there more?
I was like, dude, I was just fucking with you. He got really angry, dumped his chili in the sink, told everyone to go home.
Oh, God.
I thought he was pranking me back or something, but he was really serious. He texted me later and said this exact thing. I researched this online and turns out you really were lying to me. Beans are not woke, with an R, the letter R. Beans are not woke. How could you do this? We went back and forth. His position is that even though we've historically pranked each other, I went too far, that I betrayed him, that I made him question his chili. I tried to ask him if this all made him think that he cared too much about woke, and like, what if beans and chilies was woke? So what? He ignored that and demanded I apologize. Did I take this too far?
I've got stuff to say about that. Listen.
Here's the mic. Floor is yours.
Listen. Back in the day, first of all, I know these are white people. Okay?
They said Texas, that was enough.
Because back in the day, they basically took the word woke from black folk and made it into their own thing. Okay, made it into their own thing. Back in the day when I used to use the word woke, it meant being aware. It meant being, being aware, being mindful,
being socially and politically conscious. Yeah,
exactly. That's what it meant. So now they've basically perverted that term. They've taken it. They perverted.
Do with everything. Who said that?
And
who said that?
And they made it into their own thing to denigrate black folks.
Yep.
Okay? To denigrate things that either they see the left is leaning towards or anything they don't like now is
It's
woke.
just
If it's
woke.
too liberal, if it's too this, if it's too that, it's woke.
Books
It's
in
woke.
school,
They're
woke.
woke.
Reading,
They're
woke.
Okay, we made up that term. They
As,
took it and
as
they
we were
changed
saying
it.
before the break, being educated, woke.
Right.
Going to college, woke.
Woke.
Insane things. Having basic education,
Woke.
That's insane.
So now we want to get rid of wokeness.
Exactly.
All right. So they basically took that term and
They
made it into what
perverted it.
they wanted it to be. Now, with this is their cousins. This is a cousin. These are
Yes.
two cousins. Now, the cousin who's getting all discombobulated for being woke, for beans of all things,
Like, come on now.
being woke.
Let's-
It really goes to show where the country is going.
Yep.
Everything is turning into a political battle. Everything is turning into a political battle. Oh, your child spilled some juice on the floor. What's this woke nonsense? I mean, everything is
Like,
political.
what?
Everything is, oh, that's so, that's so democratic of him and blah, blah. I mean, ridiculous.
Truly.
Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I hope that this cousin who took wokeness way out of context and made a big deal about it and didn't realize that his other cousin was playing a joke on him.
Mhm.
You know what? I'll pray for you.
Mm-hmm.
I
Good luck
will
with your
pray for
chili.
him. Good luck with your chili. But your chili sounded banging though. With
Yeah,
the
let me
ingredients
say.
that you were reading off.
Yo, let me say something
It
before I
sounded
get
like banging chili.
before I get into this woke
Beans or no beans.
nonsense discussion. Let me say one thing, and that is I love chili.
I love chili too.
My dad.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad makes a
Is a chili maker?
banging chili.
Really?
It is
Okay.
amazing,
Does
truly.
he put woke beans in it?
He does. He
Okay.
loves woke beans.
I'll
The
come-
wokest of beans.
Tell your dad I'm coming over to have some of his chili.
Exactly.
But I like chili.
His woke chili.
But I hope some of these people who are just, everything in the freaking world
Yup.
is a political statement or political leaning.
Insane.
Get a life and get a grip.
Something that people need to understand is that a lot of times when people I think specifically with people who talk about things being woke and not woke,
Mm-hmm.
they are also the people who usually, in my experience, know the least about what they're actually talking about.
Exactly.
And so they use this term woke to kind of
it's like
fill in the
an
blanks
umbrella
of the
term.
terms that they have no idea what they're talking about.
I don't like you. You're
amount-
woke.
Exactly. The amount of times that you've seen people say that like Obamacare is woke.
Yeah, it's
but
woke.
but the Affordable Care Act is fine.
Give me a break.
What are you talking about?
They don't know what they're talking about.
They genuinely don't know what they're talking about.
They've taken that term
Mm-hmm.
and they've made their own thing with it that has nothing to do with where it originally comes
Absolutely
from.
not.
So
Nothing at all.
whatever.
Mm.
Whatever. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Toussaint.
Is it
that was a good one.
is it time for our break?
Is it time? Yeah, we can take a break. Let's
Yeah.
see. What should I play for the break?
What indeed?
I have something right here.
Wonderful.
All right, then we'll be right back. What's going on, party people in a place to be? This is Pascal Antoine here. And for those who know me well, you know that I've always been like a media person. Ever since I was 12 years old, I begged my parents for a camera. When they finally got it for me, I just fell in love. And ever since then, I've been just a media guy. I want to introduce you to Do Door Vibe. I've been lucky enough to have been given the position as the station director. Do Door Vibe is it's an online radio station where not only do we play very interesting music and we have interesting programs, but we're also a full-fledged media company. So if you need anything done, we'll be able to do it for you. We have a dedicated staff that they know what they're doing. And even myself, I've been doing this for a very long time. So for any of your media needs, I invite you to check out Do Door Vibe. If you're looking for media production, advertising and promotion, digital design, event and mobile services, just contact Do Door Vibe. We're here for you for all of your media services needs.
Yo, bloody. Sak Dodor vibe la.
O baz, koto keye.
M'tande an pil moun ak pale de li.
Dodor Vibe Radio se yon nouvo stasyon radio nan la Brooklyn. Yo jwe bon musique et puis yo pay bon informasyon.
Ki jan sa? Mba konen non?
Mais Fafan, mwen de Fafan.
Fafan,
Oh, ça n'a fait là. Ça qui passe, monsieur Mio.
sa ou kon de Dodor vibe, sa ye men.
Dodor Vibe FM yo relil. Yon nan pi bon stasyon radio nan la Brooklyn.
E vre? Kote map jwen li men.
Wap jwen di tout kote.
Ki jan tout kote la?
Tout kote mdi yo. Se yon stasyon sou internet. Depi ou gen internet, wap ka koute l nepot kote ou ye nan le monde entier.
Ouais, ou te gen le passe m'tap bay manti.
Ki fa? Le monde entier?
J'entendel. Et puis, gratis ti chéri.
Oh, ebyen, kote map jwen radio sa.
Rale téléphone ou, et puis monte sou dodorvibe.com.
Ok. DODORVIBE.com.
C'est ça. Bisous mes amours.
You're chilling with the smoothest sounds on Dodor Vibe FM, bringing you that laid-back vibe straight from Brooklyn.
And we're back. You saw that?
Hi.
You saw that last little commercial there?
Yeah.
It's all AI. All those voices were mine, even that girl's voice. If that girl wasn't my voice, I would talk to her.
Girl.
Yo, AI is crazy. Artificial intelligence is crazy.
AI. Oh, are we going to get into the AI discussion today?
No, we're not going to do that
my
today. That's a
God.
whole show. That's
That
a whole show.
honestly by itself.
That is a whole show, but it's helped me so much.
I'm not
This,
gonna lie. I have some not so great opinions on AI.
a lot of people do. A lot of people do. I'm the kind of person. I'm a technologist. I just want to be ahead of the curve, and I know people are saying bad things
I
about
think
it.
it's really useful. I think
Absolutely.
it can have a lot of great
Absolutely,
things.
it's allowed me to do a lot of things that would be really expensive otherwise. Anyway, let's not get into that discussion. Let's what's going on?
I actually have kind of another story that just came up as I was checking my phone that I think is interesting to talk about. And it's not even a story. It's just a discussion that I think
This
is
is good because
interesting.
that means that people are sending stuff in even while this show is going on.
It's just like I was checking my phone and I saw that a friend of mine put in like our work group chat that he was on the train.
Oh.
Because once again, we're in New York City.
Okay, right.
And somebody pulled the emergency brake while he was on the train and trapped everybody in the train.
That's annoying.
And so now he's going to be super late.
That's happened to me before.
God knows how long it's going to take.
Yeah. Welcome to New York.
Exactly. And so I kind of wanted to talk about that and the like situation in New York City because this is crazy. And I think one of the things that I want to talk about is, first of all, the subway, because the subway is insane in New York City.
Yeah,
it's not safe. It's not safe. There's mentally ill people everywhere you turn.
Yeah.
There's homeless people everywhere. Some of them are violent. Some of them are not. Some of them smell. Some of them don't. And I think it's so strange to me because people seem to think that the solution to homeless people who are scared and sleeping on the train is to throw police officers at them. I don't.
Let me tell you something.
Like-
Let me tell you something. I have grown up in New York my whole life. I'm not going to give my age, but I'm a lot older than you are.
Oh.
And a lot of people don't remember the subway of the 70s, of the 80s, which was a totally different beast. The subway's not perfect. It will probably never be perfect. But when you compare it to the way it was back then, there are a lot of differences. The one big difference that I see today, the service is actually very good compared to when I was a
I
kid.
bet.
I mean, trains used to jump the tracks all the time. There were all types of things going on. The only, and even it was a lot more dangerous back then too, to be honest with you. People are saying it's dangerous now. It is, but it was a lot more dangerous back then.
For different reasons, I think.
Right, for different reasons. What I do see now that I didn't see as much back then is the amount of homelessness on the train.
Because where else can they go?
Okay, where else can they go? But it's just, it's a sign of the times. It's a sign of our of what's going on with the U.S. economy. And I think it's really sad that in such a big country, in such a wealthy country that so many people are slipping through the cracks. I
Exactly.
think that's to me that's the saddest. One of the saddest parts
I
of
think
what I see going on.
I agree with you completely. And I think something that's even sadder to me specifically is the fact that we know, because of like the way we've seen in like the history of recent years in the US, that the programs that can help people who are in those situations get relief are achievable,
Yeah, they're
because we've done
achievable.
them before.
Yeah, but
Like we've done grants, we've done housing aid,
sure,
we've done housing freezes, we've done free buses, we've done all of these things before, mostly during COVID, to help people during COVID release. And homelessness, the cost of living, and a bunch of other things in New York City dropped during COVID
I'm
because
sure.
people were able to get the relief that they needed because of these programs. And now suddenly, when we have a Democratic candidate, not to get too much into politics, but the situation regarding Zoran Mamdani pisses me off. When we have a candidate that the people elected, the people of New York City elected Zoran Mamdani to be their Democratic candidate, and suddenly all of the Democrats in Washington are not standing behind him and throwing Islamophobic and racist rhetoric at him and refusing to stand behind him and refusing to endorse him. Meanwhile, you were telling all of us to shut up and fall in line back when Joe Biden was elected.
Listen, politics has become a shit show.
It is a
It's become a
wild
shit show. Yes,
It's
I said it.
insane.
And me as a Democrat, as a registered Democrat, I don't know how long
Me too.
I'm going to be in the Democratic Party.
Yup, and I will be voting for Zoran Mamdani
Okay?
again.
I've already voted
Again.
for him. You know, I'm not gonna double down or whatever, but I did vote for him. I'm gonna see what happens.
Because right now it's between what? The candidate that people actually want, Andrew Cuomo and Eric Adams.
I'm just saying that politics all around, I'm talking about everybody, it's
Oh,
become
yeah.
a shit show. It's become a shit show. First time I said shit so many times on the show.
Yeah. But
Anyway.
point is, the state of New York City is really bad, and it's really sad to me that people think another $1 trillion to corporate executives is going to fix trains being slow.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways,
Thank you for that.
yeah, I just had to yell about that because it's really annoying.
Yeah.
On to a funnier, lighthearted story.
Let's go.
Am I an asshole for teaching my niece to say El Chupacabra when her
When a letter starts like that, usually the answer is yes, without me having heard the whole thing. Usually the answer is yes, but let's hear the rest.
Am I an asshole for teaching my niece, my 4-year-old niece, to say El Chupacabra when her mom says, you know what really gets my goat?
You've got to explain what El Chupacabra means, and what that whole connotation, what it means. What does it mean?
For those who don't know,
or else you won't get the joke.
Yeah. El Chupacabra is like a Mexican like myth legend, and I'm not Mexican, so I don't know that much about it. But like in my head, it's like comparable to like, I don't know, like the Loch Ness monster,
or in I think in Creole, in Haitian Creole lore, in Haitian lore, like Lugau, kind of sorta.
Me
a boogie
nodding
monster.
my head, pretending to know what that is.
A scary thing. A scary thing that parents use to scare their kids into being good kids.
Exactly.
Right.
It's not real.
Right.
Or at least I don't.
It's not supposed to be real.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be real. Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah. So my brain just like flipped over. Anyways, so I guess this mom has a really bad habit of saying, like, starting every sentence. They say that she says that at least 7 or 8 times a day. She'll start any exclamation with, you know what really gets my goat? And so their sister taught her 4-year-old niece to respond to that with El Chupacabra.
El Chupacabra. So what is El Chupacabra?
Oh yeah, it's a monster, I believe, like a wolf.
I have a thing here. It says here.
Yeah.
It says here. I just did a little Google search. Oh. El Chupacabra is a legendary creature popularized in folklore and cryptozoology, known for allegedly attacking and draining the blood of livestock, particularly goats.
Exactly.
The name derived from Spanish translates to goat sucker.
Goat sucker.
Goat
really?
sucker.
El Chupacabra.
Goat
That's
sucker.
what that means. Goat sucker.
Goat sucker.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Me when I suck a goat.
You be fucking goats?
No.
I think I have a picture of El Chupacabra here too. Let me see if I can share it with you guys. El Chupacabra. Let's see if I can share it so you guys can see what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, El Chupacabra.
El Chupacabra. And
Me when my yep, there he
El
is, y'all.
Chupacabra.
Just
El
yeah.
Chupacabra.
Oh my God.
So yeah, it's pretty scary.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it is kind of like the Lugau or werewolf or whatever, anything you use to scare your kids. If you don't do this, if you don't drink your milk, if you don't eat your peas.
I'm thinking Baba Yaga. Is that one?
Baba Yaga? What's a Baba Yaga?
It's like
the same kind of.
It's like a witch, I think.
Same kind of thing. Something scary. Something scary.
I feel like that means something completely different, and I've just insulted a lot of people.
El Chupacabra. Anyway, so yes,
La Baba Yaga.
What's the rest of the story here?
So yeah, she can't really say El Chupacabra, so it comes out more like Es Supacaba.
Okay, that's cute.
But yeah, she's adorable. She's 4. So I told my niece it was a monster from Mexico that eats goats. She didn't seem scared. Probably the only monster she knows is Cookie Monster. But yeah, now she runs around the house saying El Chupacabra all day, and my sister and brother-in-law are mad at me for teaching her this. But in my opinion, it's kind of adorable and also harmless. But she's my kid's sister, so
okay.
I don't know.
So every time the mother says, "You got my goat,"
yeah,
she says El Chupacabra.
She says, "You know what really gets my goat?"
So hold on, okay, you know what really gets my goat? And the kid said, El Chupacabra. So who's mad? Who's upset about that?
The mom.
Why?
Yeah, because she thinks it's like, I don't know, annoying? Because she's saying it all the time, apparently. Like she's just running around saying El Chupacabra, El Chupacabra.
Mom,
and they're like annoyed.
Mom, you either have to chill out.
Yeah, let's relax.
Or stop making that stop saying, you know what gets my goat.
Yeah.
But that's cute as heck.
It's really cute.
Oh my gosh.
You know what gets my goat? El Chupacabra.
Oh my gosh. Did they say how old the kid was?
She's 4.
4 years old.
4. It's a vocal stim. She'll get over it.
Come on. Oh, the mom has to chill out.
Yeah.
The mom has to chill out.
That just reminds me.
What is yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You first.
No, I was gonna ask, what is your expert opinion?
Oh yeah. Well,
because I'm not an expert.
Talking in my personal experience, I have a friend who every day when we would call on the phone, they would go, "Oh, brother." And no matter what I said, that would be their response. "Oh, brother," just because they were like not focused on what I was saying. And that was just the response. A cousin of mine generally responds to everything I say with either like, what is it that she says? She's like, "Oh, that's a you problem."
Okay.
No matter what I say.
It's sort of automatically responds.
Exactly. Because you know what it is? It's a vocal stim. You're just saying it because you're on the autopilot.
Right.
That's how kids function.
But
you're
sometimes
speaking to speak.
Sometimes things become sort of pet peeves.
Exactly.
They become annoying to you.
Exactly. In the same way, they become annoying to you and a pet peeve the same way. It's like an automatic response in the same way that the vocal stim is an automatic response, where you can't help being annoyed by it any more than they can help saying it on instinct.
So the problem to me is not on the kid side. The kid will be kid. It's a kid. The problem is on the mom's side. What is your suggestion to her? What's your advice to her who is getting mad at her 4-year-old?
Well, first of all, don't get mad at your 4-year-old. She's 4.
She's 4, for crying out loud.
Also, I would say maybe try to redirect her to something else because, once again, it's a vocal stim. So eventually she will forget about El Chupacabra. So maybe, first of all, maybe stop saying, you know what gets my goat.
Exactly.
And maybe she'll forget.
She'll stop saying that.
Because guess what? That is also a vocal stim.
Because at the same time, the 4-year-old is probably saying that because she knows it gets you upset.
Exactly.
Because if I said something like that and it was getting somebody upset, you better believe I'm going to say it all the time. If it's going to get you to react like that all the time, yeah. Or, no, better yet, don't react at all.
Exactly.
Don't
even
react at all. To the point where is it granddaughter or daughter?
Daughter.
Whether your daughter because she's not getting that reaction out of you, it's going to start boring her to say that. She's not going to say it anymore.
That's
Just
true,
don't
but
react
then
at all.
I also have I'm a bit iffy. And again, children are my expertise, but I'm a bit iffy when it comes to like specifically denying attention from children, depending on the
I don't say
situation.
deny attention.
Yeah.
Don't give her the attention that she's
She's-
expecting, that she's looking
Exactly.
for.
You can't give her the
attention.
gratification.
Squeeze her and love her, but don't
course.
get upset by that. Just act like a normal freaking human being and just
Exactly.
like,
Just okay.
don't give her that attention that she's seeking,
True.
that reaction of you getting upset all the time because of
Exactly.
what she's saying.
Because outright ignoring a child is crazy.
No, I'm not saying
Yeah.
ignore. Don't ignore the child. Don't
Oh,
ignore the
please,
child.
please don't ignore
But
the
don't
child.
give that reaction, and that she's eventually going to get bored of saying
Exactly.
that. It's not getting the effect. It's not giving the effect that she's looking for.
And even if you
That's
don't
my
do
expert
that,
opinion.
eventually it will go away.
Exactly.
She's 4.
She's 4
She'll get
freaking
over
years
it.
old. Damn it.
She'll forget what a chupacabra is by next week.
El Chupacabra. Damn it. Let me take one more look at El Chupacabra. There we go. El Chupacabra. That's a scary looking thing.
Yeah,
It really is.
I think they're supposed to be based on like a coyote or like
Really?
a wolf.
Oh god.
Or I heard somebody in upstate New York when I went to, obviously Oswego is in upstate New York. I heard somebody once call it a coyote.
Is that like a coyote? Like a scary
Yeah,
coyote?
a coyote. No, not like a chupacabra. Like they literally, like we heard howling in the distance because it was late at night.
Oh.
And he was like, yeah, probably them coyotes.
Coyotes.
Said, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Upstate New York is a different beast from like
Yeah.
New York City.
Yeah.
It's actually
yeah.
crazy.
For people who have never been to New York and you hear about upstate,
You go
New York,
2 hours up and you're
it's not
basically
the
in the
same.
deep south. Like honestly,
not the same place.
It's completely different.
Not the
It's
same
actually
place.
crazy.
We don't have a lot of time left. Do we have another story or?
I believe we do. Do we need another break or
No, we don't. We won't have time. We have about 10 minutes left. So if
All
we can get
right.
into another story, I think that'll just be enough time.
I think we have one more story.
Let's go.
Perfect. All right. So, am I an asshole? Once again, I
Yes.
love when stories start like
Yes.
this. Yes, you are. yeah. End of the episode. That's it. Done. Yes, you are. Am I an asshole for saying that my brother's education and jobs are nowhere near equal?
Okay.
So, my older brother, Jerry, will finish his doctor's residency next month, and then he's moving back to start his job as a family doctor.
Right.
He did medical school 3 years ago, and my other brother, Colin, will graduate from a naturopathic medical school starting next month, and then he will start working as a naturopathic doctor, which I believe is like a holistic doctor, right? Like
Okay.
like an apothecary herbalist sort of deal, right? Like they work with like tonics and like
Okay.
oils and herbs.
Never
and stuff.
heard of that term. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd have to look it up. But
They're
okay.
more for like holistic, like chronic illnesses, right?
Got it.
Like they can't actually be like,
More-
you have type 1 diabetes. They can just be-
More of a touchy feely type of doctor.
exactly.
All right.
Not like, yeah.
Yeah, we get it.
He's going to start a job in Oregon after he graduates. I didn't do so well with school, didn't go to college. I'm a hairdresser. Colin, the holistic doctor, says that his job and education are the same as Jerry. And he says that being a naturopathic doctor is the same thing as being a medical doctor, and that naturopathic medical school is just as hard as medical school. He's really bothering Jerry when he says things like this. I really don't believe him when he says it either. He can't do his job here because it's illegal in our state,
Okay.
which I didn't know that was illegal
Okay.
in some states, but okay. In Oregon, where he's moving, it might be illegal, but here in South Carolina, it's illegal. I didn't say anything because it's none of my business what he does, but he asked me to back him up in his argument with Jerry, and he got angry when I said that it's not the same. He said, I don't know anything because I didn't go to college, but I'm pretty sure medical school is actually harder than naturopathic medicine school. I might not be a doctor, but I know half the stuff Colin talks about, like oils, for example, is just quack science. So was I the asshole for what I said when Colin wanted me to side with him?
Oh Lord. sibling rivalry and asking
Yeah.
one of the siblings to be on my side.
Yep.
And first of all,
It never ends well.
it definitely never ends
Never
well.
ends well.
And I agree with the writer. I would politely get myself out of that argument.
Yeah. On the topic of holistic medicine, I will never, first of all, as a Black person, I will never bash holistic medicine because it's a lot of like natural remedies
Hey,
and
listen.
like word of mouth.
Listen, where does modern medicine come from?
Exactly.
In Haiti, there's always a Dr. Feuille, which is a leaf doctor. But where do all the things, the pills that we take, they come from natural products. They come from nature.
That are like strained and intensified and
Exactly.
whatever.
So the thing is, that both of these practices, they're not looked at the same way, but they do serve their purpose.
Exactly.
They absolutely serve their purpose.
Yeah. And again, so it's not saying that like holistic medicine is a quack science or anything like that. Like I think that's a bit far. But
it's a bit far. I mean, personally, I don't equate. What is it called? What kind of a doctor is he?
Holistic,
and
no, what did he say? Just natural something.
Just ask him. Who makes the most money?
Yeah,
who's making the most money?
Naturopathic doctor. Like, come on now.
Who's making the most money? If you're just gonna be simple about it.
Also, like in 3 years of medical school residency, like this dude is sounding like a surgeon of some kind, or maybe not because he said he's is. What did you say? A family doctor.
A family doctor.
But even
he's
though
a family doctor.
He's prescribing
That's
medication. Fine. He's working with families. He's diagnosing illnesses.
Right.
Like this dude is doing a lot.
The other
saying the difference is between saying, oh, you have freaking, I don't know, diabetes type 2 versus, oh, you have jaundice in your eyes. That means you have too much sugar. You need to cut back on sugar.
The other brother seems like the more kind of stereotypical doctor, the doctor that you expect to be called a doctor. More accepted by society at large, so on and so forth. I wouldn't get into that argument.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get into that argument.
It's not his place to get in, but then at the same time, I think he does need to make it. I think the best way that you can dissolve a situation like this is simply by telling your brother Colin that, again, he's valid in his own field, but at the same time, he doesn't have to compare himself to Jerry.
Absolutely. Why the comparison?
Exactly.
That would be my argument. Why are you guys comparing? You guys have two different types of practices, two different,
And if you're so confident in your own abilities and your own abilities as a doctor, why compare yourself to Jerry?
Why compare yourself?
Exactly. It doesn't matter. Jerry's doing his own thing off in the distance. Colin, you do your own thing. Yeah. Practice that naturopathic medicine.
Absolutely.
And the people who will come to you most likely are not going to be going to Jerry.
Right. And exactly. They're not competing with one another at all.
You're not.
It doesn't
have to be a competition. And I feel like a lot of times with siblings, a lot of things turns into competition.
Absolutely.
Where either directly or indirectly, you're always measuring yourself up against your siblings in a sense of, oh, well, why am I not doing well at the level that this person's doing well? And again, it could go back to money, the way you said, Pascal, where doctors make a lot of money. And I'm assuming naturopathic doctors, which are illegal in some states, probably don't make as much.
I'm sure they don't.
So it's probably much more difficult.
And this is not to bring this into the argument, but one of the things that I appreciate about the world in general is that people cannot all be the same, or else it would be a very boring and non-working world. You find what you like to do. I find what I like to do. And the fact that everybody finds their own niche in the world, that's what makes the world work. If everybody was exactly the same...
I'm so sorry. I have to interrupt you. Did you say niche?
Niche.
I'm sorry.
Niche.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Everyone finds their own niche.
Niche, yes.
Everyone finds their own niche, and that's what makes the world work. Ryan said something, right? Did I just mess up your show?
And with that, y'all.
The fact that everybody is different is what makes the world work.
Oh my God. On a serious note, I would like to end this episode with a quote that I heard once.
Go right
I
ahead.
can't tell you who made this quote. I can't tell you where this is from, but I saw a quote during the Black Lives Matter movement years ago during COVID that said, the reason why God made all flowers different, and I'm paraphrasing loosely, is because if all flowers looked exactly the same, the world would be boring as hell.
Basically.
And people are like flowers.
Basically.
We all look different because if we all look the same, we'd be boring as hell.
That's exactly, you said it better, but that's exactly what I meant. Anything else?
That's all I have for today.
So,
unfortunately,
for anyone who has any issues or anything that you'd like Monsieur Toussaint to talk about on the show,
anything at all,
you can send it to
talktomevibe@gmail.com.
All right. And in the meantime, let me go ahead and find my niche. All right. See you guys next week. Take care, guys.
How's it going?